Hey y'all, I'm Susan from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Welcome to my home. Today we're going to talk about saving seed and why it's so important today. Now, in past generations, my family saved seed from year to year, and Mr. Williams, who was one of my seed benefactors, had saved seed for over 70 years from his green beans. And I was fortunate enough to get some of his green bean seed before he passed away, and his green beans are delicious, by the way. And they were a gift to him and his wife for a wedding present. You know, we spent bukus of money, but that was a gift that just kept on giving in his family, and it fed his family. A recent trip to our local feed store and talking to the lady that was back in the seed department and seeing how depleted the seeds were made me ask a question or two, and she gave me the answer. The manufacturers that put out the seed are not sending out seed to the stores. They've got orders back ordered for months and months, and they're telling them that they're not going to be getting their seed anytime soon. So, with that said, y'all better be saving your seed, and you need to hit the stores up and get as many seed as you possibly can to have on hand. And just knowing that you have vegetable seeds on hand will save you money in the long run, because one little packet of seed can give you an abundant harvest where you may be paying over 60 cents a can to $1.28, maybe even more than that, for a can of vegetables in the store right now. We are in a food shortage situation, and it is a man-made situation. I'm not going to lie to you. And I recently stopped at a couple of stores and picked up a lot of seed. A lot of them were, and another thing, they didn't mark the seeds down yet. Normally the seeds are already marked down. The seeds are not being marked down that I've seen so far. I picked up some more carrot seeds and basil and cabbage. These were 50 cents a package. Most of the seeds have gone up in price. That's more carrots. I did pick up some that were a little more expensive. This Barry Morris oregano was $1.44. I got some more summer squash. I picked up some Burgundy Royal bush beans from Barry Morris, and they were $1.44. I picked up some sweet basil. These were 20 cents a package. You can get these a lot of times at the dollar stores and at Walmart. I picked up some cucumbers from Barry Morris. That's more of the same seeds. I did pick up a few of the flower seeds because I do like flowers in my garden. And these are the bachelor buttons. I picked up some dill. I'm having a hard time this year for some reason getting dill to grow. I don't know what the deal is with dill. Y'all get the pun there. I picked up some spinach. I picked up more marigolds. I love the little marigolds. They draw good insects, and they help your gardens, your vegetables in your garden, to have good insects. See. I picked up some delphinium. I've never planted this, but I thought, well, for 50 cents I might give it a try. And of course I picked up all kinds of sunflower seeds because we do have chickens. We're going to have some kind of supplement for them. And one of my friends sent me a thing the other day that was off of Facebook, and it was putting a bowl of ice out with sunflower seeds in it to get the chickens to drink more water during the day. Well, when you got 110-degree index outside, that ice is not going to last very long, but it was a nice thought. I picked up some pumpkin seeds, some scallions, some parsley, which I need to get planted. Anyway, I picked up a good amount of seed, as you can see. And I have seed in my freezer. There's a fly. I have seed in my freezer, y'all, that I have saved. Either they were packaged seeds like these, or like this, or seeds that I have collected off different vegetables that I have grown. I just got through planting pie pumpkins, Amish pie pumpkins, from seed that I saved from pumpkins last year. And I'm hoping that we get some pie pumpkins in, because I can feed my dogs pumpkin. And we like pumpkin pies and pumpkin bread. And there's, you know, you can make pumpkin soup with it. There's a number of dishes that you can make. So y'all, you need to get serious about your seed. If you haven't started a garden this year, start something. Grow something. Because we don't know what's going to be in the grocery stores next week. I'm seeing people posting pictures of aisles and aisles just being emptied out. Meat cases with tape across them and plastic, so people can't even buy what's in the cases. Empty shelves in the produce section. Tape across the freezer sections of recalled foods. So y'all, we've had countless numbers of food manufacturers burnt to the ground. The latest one I saw was peanut butter. We've seen the bird flu hit. We've seen Kansas cattle, 10,000 Kansas cattle laying on with their legs up in the air dead, all in one day. We're seeing all this, and are we numb to it, or are we paying attention? I need y'all to pay attention, because we're going to be in a food crisis if we do not pay attention now. We're already paying high dollars at the gas pump. We're already paying high dollars for our groceries. We have been in hyperinflation for a while now. They're trying to push a recession to try to get control of the inflation, which may or may not work. But you know, I've seen this before. My parents saw it before. They went through the Great Depression and went into war, World War II. And it hadn't been that many years before that they had World War I. So y'all, there's going to be another war coming. We're going to hit recession. We're going to hit depression. And, you know, they're trying to stop the depression from coming with a recession, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. The people that are pulling the strings have a lot of power. They think that they have control over you and I. That's part of the reason they did the mask mandates, because if you put a mask on somebody, you have enslaved them. And if you don't believe me, go read Genesis. A face covering in the Old Testament was a sign of submission or slavery or servanthood. And in the story of Isaac and Rebekah, we find in verse 65 of Genesis 24, in the King James Version, "For she said unto the servant, What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant said, It is my master. Therefore she took her veil and she covered herself." We have covered our face, our nose, and our mouth for approximately 2 years. A lot of people have. I haven't, but a lot of people have. And I saw this as a sign of slavery from the get-go. And y'all know that this is a biblical prophecy. I want to show you this. In Isaiah 25:7 it says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that was spread over all nations." So God is going to take vengeance, y'all. And He's going to spare us, I do believe. It goes on to say in verse 8 that He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord will wipe away tears from all faces, and the rebuke of His people shall He take away from all the earth, for the Lord has spoken it. In verse 9 it says, And it shall be said in that day, Lo, this is our God. We have waited for Him. He will save us. This is the Lord. We have waited for Him. We will be glad and rejoice in His salvation. In verse 10 it says, For in this mountain shall the hand of the Lord rest, and Moab shall be trodden under Him, even the straw trodden down for the dunghill. So God is going to take vengeance on all this stuff that has been forced upon the people of the world. And I do believe that, we're living in that time where we're going to see a lot more stuff being forced on us. We're seeing it almost on a daily basis. Food recalls, these randomized, so-called randomized food plants burning, the animals suddenly dying. All of this stuff has been orchestrated by someone or a group of someones, and we are really literally in a fight for our own life. Having a food source is important. I would suggest a few things other than seed. I would suggest getting a plant guide for foraging if you don't know how to forage food. There's a lot of plants in your yard that you can eat if you don't spray them with chemicals. There's all kinds of things out there that you can gather and eat. But you know that people, when they're in the desert, they will get so thirsty that they will start to eat dirt and die. We don't want to get to that point. So, y'all, get your groceries. Buy a little extra every week. I mean, if it's just $1 or $2 that you have to spare, put some food in your pantry because you're going to need it. Stock up on those seeds. If you have a garden already, make sure that you're collecting good viable seeds from some of your vegetables so that you can grow them next year. And I store my vegetable seeds. All my vegetable seeds are stored in the freezer in the bubble bags that you get from Amazon. The plastic bubble bags. And I've used a diaper box. The diaper wipe box, the little plastic box. I've used that to store seed in my freezer. My flower seed go in the refrigerator, and that's how I store my seeds. So that's some tips for y'all, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so that you can see more of our content. Leave a comment below because that helps with the algorithms and helps us get boosted into the YouTube's cycle of videos that show up on your screen. And y'all have a most blessed and wonderful day. The Lord has made this day, and we should be glad in it.